fantastic break. Okay, so keep an eye on this as we are extended, and I'll be looking for some form of good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Well, this is your boy Francis, and I would like to say welcome to the Trading Success Show. If this is your first time, you're welcome to this channel. And what I'll be doing here today is going to be talking and analyzing the weekend popular chart demand, and these are stocks that I will be watching for the coming week to pick one or two up, right? So without further ado, guys, this is not a recommendation to buy or to sell any equity whatsoever. It is just for entertainment purposes only. And now that we got that out of the way, we got some earnings report coming up this week, and don't forget that we have holiday celebration as well. So pretty much we have this holiday coming up, and it is Thanksgiving, which is going to be November the 25th. Okay, so that is going to be you know, a day where the market is going to really close. Then on Friday, I think is going to be half day, but you know, keep an eye on it. The market will be closed on the 25th of November. So this is going to be a very short week into, you know, this holiday. So I'll be expecting some of this stock to move over into the following week. But anyways, let's get into the action. One thing you have to remember is, until you embrace losses and are aware that they do happen, you won't make money trading, according to Colibri Trader. Now, earnings report coming up is going to be from, you know, Monday to Wednesday, and some, you know, Chinese stock on Friday. Okay, but right now we got Zoom reporting after the close on Monday. Also, we'll also have Twist, as well as you know, Tuya is also reporting as well. And on Tuesday we have Dick's Sporting Goods reporting, Best Buy reporting, Xpeng reporting, Dollar Tree reporting. Also after the close we have HP, Gap, Nordstrom, Dell Technologies, Autodesk as well. On Wednesday we have John Deere as well, FUTU as well. Futu is also reporting. You know, pretty much some Chinese stocks will be reporting on Wednesday mostly. So that is pretty much it. Now we're looking at UVXY, which is Ultra VIX short term futures ETF, right? So right now it is really working its way back up. 20 exponential moving average would be the area to keep an eye on, which is the $16 spot. If we can break that, then we'll be looking at this trend resistance here. But you know, bottom bounce play is expected if the market continue to be extended. So keep an eye on UVXY. I talked about the SPY in my previous video on the watch list, right? So the SPY, actually right now we have the resistance zone, which is the 470. So 470 is the resistance zone. Now that we gave back some of our overbought level, we pull back down below the 70%. So I'll be expecting some momentum to really push or shake you know, the weekends off the table as well. So if for whatever reason the market decides to pull back, keep an eye on this trend as a form of support. Okay, we can really shake the weekends into 465 or 463 as well. But resistance for now, guys, is going to be that 470 471 area to keep an eye on in the market. Okay, so we also have, first stock here is going to be JNJ. We are really coming from the 180 area. Okay, down, sold right off, and started, you know, supporting this trend right now. So keep an eye on this trend. 164 165 break, which is our 200 moving average. I'll be looking for more to come on JNJ. I do like the way JNJ is really setting up there. Eastman Chemical as well. Right now we really push through into this resistance of 117. Okay, so price is pulling back down to this 200 moving average. So my expectation is for this 200 moving average to hold. If it doesn't, then I'll be looking for the 20 exponential moving average area revisit of this trend, right? So keep an eye on that. Home Depot as well. Right now we're almost at 10% in terms of breaking this spot right here. This was a breakout. I talked about it last week. Okay, so right now I think, you know, price has really gone up too much. We're really extended, so I'll be looking for some form of a consolidation or for profit taking in the coming days. So keep an eye on HD in the coming days. BEKE as well. This on 25 is your area to keep an eye on. Roku, actually we really did sold off into 15% down last week, right? From this bottom all the way down. So we sold off pretty much. So from that 200 moving average area, I think we're about 55% right now to the downside. So for me, I'll be expecting some form of a bounce in the coming days. If we cannot bounce off this area, we'll be looking for another bounce off the 230. Okay, so keep an eye on Roku as well. Lyft is another one to keep an eye on. I know it is really choppy on Lyft, right? So we bounced, got to resistance, pull back into making a double bottom bounce onto our area of resistance. So resistance is this area right now. Right now we are selling off because the 200 moving average couldn't hold, right? So we're selling right off into this area. So 47 is going to act as our support. If that area doesn't hold, then I'll be expecting some form of a triple bottom bounce on the name. But I will expect this to, you know, shake out some weekends, because most people we have their buys around the $44, thinking price is gonna, you know, pull lower to 44, and then boom, you know, we bounce right off if this 47 doesn't hold. So keep an eye on that zone. Disney as well. Disney has been a disappointing trade. Right now I'm still holding it because I know long-term stocks, right? I've been in Disney since the 125 area, so I'm not too worried. I only sell as price continue to push higher. But you know, now I'll be thinking, you know, those price at that price that I sold, I will be, you know, thinking about adding here with this, you know, from this bottom down about 10%, and from that area, that 200 moving average area, which is also the resistance spot, we're down pretty much about 18% at this point in time. So keep an eye on Disney. NVAX as well, NVAX, looking for the $200 spot. This really looks good to continue if that area really holds. So our resistance is going to be the $200 spot. So keep an eye on it. If price hold that area, I think we'll be pushing higher into even the 250. Okay, Square as well is another one to keep an eye on right now. This area is going to act as our support. Why? You know, so this area acted as a fantastic area of support. So I'm expecting this 225 to hold as support. If it doesn't, then we can shake weekends down to 220 on Square. So keep an eye on that. Snowflake as well. We are extended, but then pull lower. Okay, so 68% is our RSI right now. So with room to grow, if 390 really holds, I think we'll continue to push beyond the $400 spot. But we are extended in the making, guys. So right as well, RIDE, $5, like I said, is going to act as our support. We did bounce up here into the $7 spot, only to reject that natural resistance down to $5, losing 2 points in that move. So I'll be looking for some form of, you know, a base around this area, first bottom, second and third. So now I'll be looking for this base to hold for another bounce. Okay, so I'm anticipating that could happen. BYD as well, this is a gaming cup. Right now 58 is going to act as our support, so keep an eye on that in the coming days. Lazy as well, LAZR, this is Lumina Technology. Right now $19 is going to act as our support, guys, so keep an eye on this area. If that doesn't hold, then I'll be looking for the $18 spot, which is 1 point in anticipation of you know, the move beyond this 200 moving average. VLDR as well, the support is right around this area, so right now $7 is going to act as our resistance in the coming days. DDOG, okay, the dog, this one right now we are really flagging in the making, so $200 break, I think will continue to push higher and higher, so keep an eye on that. I don't really want this to really fake out like it did and then continue pushing higher. So if you're looking at the RSI to make your decision, you may be wrong, because guess what, even right here when we got extended, we pull, you know, back down a little bit and stock continue to push higher. The trend is still intact if this 20 exponential moving average continue to hold. So if I am, or if for any reason I decide to pick up some on the dog because I don't want to miss this move, then I'll be looking for this area as area to pick up stock, which is going to be our 20 exponential moving average if it comes. So that is how I will trade that. But if we get this 50 exponential moving average, that is ice in the cake as well. ENPH, we're really breaking out of this resistance right now, this trend resistance. So we're in the overbought zone, but at the same time look for price into the 270. If we can break that area, we should be all right and continue pushing higher. But overall, I will be looking for price to continue. FSLR, this one right now we bounce right off this trend. Okay, this trend is now acting as a support, so look for the break of this downtrend. If we can break, you know, 110, 109, 110 area, I think we'll continue to push on FSLR. GOEV, this one right now we did bounce last week into, you know, $12.50, $13, and only to pull back down to try to retest our 200 moving average. 200 moving average did hold, okay, and then we bounced into that $10, close above $10. That is going to act as a natural support for now, so keep an eye on GOEV. I have some and took some profit off the extension. Okay, so I'm holding the rest, and I think we'll continue to push in the coming days, coming weeks to come on GOEV. Now CRNC, this one right now is more form of a shape, and this shape, left side, you know, left side is our head. Okay, this area all here is going to be our left shoulder. This is going to be the head, and this is going to be the right side. So this is an inverse head and shoulder long shaped pattern. So I'll be looking for price to break right above 106, 105, and then we can retest this 112.50 area. So keep an eye on that particular name. NOK, we got options coming in last week on this name. The $5 call options coming in, $6 call options coming in. So keep an eye on it. If we can break 590, I think we'll be able to continue pushing higher on this particular Nokia. Amazon as well did push on Thursday, Friday, pushed on Thursday, extended on Friday, only to pull back down. I was expecting this to, you know, really hold around the 37.50 area, but it couldn't, and then we push back down. Right now my support is going to be this area, which is 3600, which is our natural spot, so keep an eye on that. Also in an extension phase, we're looking at this right now. We are breaking the flag at this point in time. Why? This area is our flag. So right now we broke out into the 1760, 1770 spot only to pull back down to retest the breakout spot of the flag. So keep an eye on it to see if price continue to show us mercy. Next is Twist. Bioscience pull back down to support, so keep an eye on this 110 area to hold, and then we can continue to push on that name. The casino resort side, which is WYNNN is failing support, guys. So if this $90 doesn't hold, which we have double bottom right now, if it doesn't hold, then I'll be expecting more sell-off into the $85 spot. But if the $90 hold, I'll be looking for a reclaim of that $93 spot. CVS as well is looking really pretty good in terms of the flag, so I just need price to really break 96 and we should be all right. But right now support is going to be $91, $92 area, which is the bottom side of the flag. So keep an eye on CVS in the coming day. A WBA, Walgreens as well. That is another thing, because CVS, they're thinking about closing some stores as well, and Walgreens as well. Right now we have our support trend at this moment, so look for this area to act as a support for just some little bounce into maybe the 200 moving average in the coming day. ADSK as well. Autodesk also reporting earnings, so keep an eye on it. I think they're reporting earnings on Tuesday, so this area, this trend is going to act as my support for now, so keep an eye on that name. AFROM as well, support is going to be 130 in no means, but if this 130 area doesn't hold, we'll be expecting more to the downside. But look for some form of consolidation bounce around the 136, 135 area in the coming days. Talking about the banks as well, JP Morgan Chase, this area is going to act as our area of support, which is going to be our demand zone. Okay, so 160 is going to act as our support, so keep an eye on that name. One small one right here is AHT. We've been consolidating for quite a while. We've been really consolidating around this range right now, so I'm expecting $12 to hold as a support. Okay, so keep an eye on this one. They did a fantastic split the other day, but hasn't moved yet. RIVN, there was a discontinued in terms of Fox News. They're not, nothing about partnership no more, so I'll be looking for price to really hold 120. If it doesn't pull lower to 120 is going to act as our support and then continue pushing higher. But if 125 doesn't hold, without 120 will come easily. But keep an eye on it. If we can get one more bounce into 140 and just to shake out the longs, and then we'll continue to sell off if that's the case. So keep an eye on that. GM as well, extension pullback, so 61 is going to act as our support in the coming days. Tesla is another one to keep an eye on right now. At this point in time, 1150 is our resistance. Okay, that is going to be our immediate resistance for now. 1150. Okay, right now our support is 1100. If that 1100 doesn't hold, we'll be looking for 20 exponential moving average. I called this last week that this 950, $1,000 is going to act as our support for the bounce, and that really came into play. So 1150 break, looking for 1200 or even 1300 on Tesla. PayPal is a disappointing one for those who bought this back then when we tried to break this trend. Look for more in terms of 190 area bounce. I will be looking to add more in my long-term portfolio. Microsoft is holding the market up as well. We're really in this zone right now. 345 break, I think we'll continue to push higher. We are really in the overbought zone, so bear that in mind. Fubo as well sold right off into 2142, which is our double bottom right now, but I'll be expecting the 21 tap or even $20 tap bounce, so keep an eye on this one. I will be adding to my long-term portfolio on that name. PUBM as well, we are flagging right here, so $40 $20 break, I think we'll continue to push on that name. Facebook as well really looks good as well, so I'll be looking for 350 visit in the coming days. EAR, this is an oversold stock, double bottom here. That is my anticipation. That's what I'm anticipating, and that's what I'm expecting. Apple as well did push into 160. I saw the 160 calls coming in from Cheetah Flow, and this break is a fantastic break. Okay, so keep an eye on this as we are extended, and I'll be looking for some form of a little tap back to the 157.50 or even 155 in the coming days on that. Ford as well. Ford is flagging. We are at the bottom of the flag right now, so I'll be looking for the $20 break, 2050 area break on Ford. So keep an eye on Ford. I do like that as well. Pins, I like pins for the bottom bounce play, so keep an eye on that. QQQ, we still have a little room to go. $400 spot was my target, and now we broke that $400 level, and I'll be looking for 405 or even 410 in the coming days to come. As much as IWM right now, this area, like I said in my previous video, support is right around this area. That is the reason why the low float stocks are really pushing lower. Palantir as well, like Fubu, I'll be looking for this area to really 21 area for more added advantage. NCTY as well, look at how we broke out back to retest that level. I think we'll continue to push. If it doesn't, then $11 will act as our support. Peloton as well, look for a bottom bounce on Peloton as well. Baba is, we're looking for 140 area for possible bounce on Baba. Boeing as well, I'll be looking for this area to really hold 215, 214. If it doesn't, we're looking for 205. One last one before I go. Zoom as well, I'll be looking for 250 as a support on Zoom. See how we get, we really got to this 20 exponential moving average, and we couldn't, push through it into the 50 exponential moving average. So I'll be expecting this area to hold as a support for a bounce into, that area to retest the 260 spot again. Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. You guys are fantastic. You guys are wonderful. Most of the stocks, I'm going to post them on Twitter or on Stock Tweet, because I cannot finish them due to time. But just feel free to go onto the website, go onto Twitter, go onto that Stock Tweet as well, and check the remaining chart out. And have you guys a fantastic weekend. Enjoy your holiday. Have a fantastic one. Be positive to everybody around you, and peace and love, guys. Bye bye.